5:30.
She probably reached out.
Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Can I have a roll call, please?
Joe,
Here.
Cindy,
Here.
Pam,
Here.
Cheryl,
Here.
Jeff,
Here.
Laura,
Here.
Nancy,
Here.
Got the previous minutes. June.
We adopt the previous minutes from the June 2021 meeting.
Support.
Motion and support. Any discussion on the minutes? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Bills, Madam Treasurer.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. We have bills this month totaling $11,011.69. They are part of your packet, and I would move that we pay our bills.
We have a motion and support. Any discussion on the bills? Hearing none. I need a roll call, please.
Joe,
Yes.
Cindy,
Yes.
Pam,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Cheryl,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you. Treasurer's report.
Following on the next item under Treasurer's Report, you will see a breakdown of all the funds and account types that we have in different areas. We have a current balance, total balance, of $7,979,297.93 among all the funds. And then under the revenue and expense, you will see attached all the revenue and expense report, and I'm sure Joe's going to go into things later on in the meeting dealing with revenue and expenses going forward.
Any questions for the treasurer? Hearing none, we're going to go to the building report. And mine is saying I'm going to be there, but it's going to take a second apparently. A little bit of a drag on the internet. Okay, the building report. Oh, yours came up, thank you. Give me 1 second here. You're going to notice that from the building report itself, we're picking up a little bit, a lot of demos, and which is a good thing in our particular case because we've got a couple areas that had some houses that were on fire or had burned, and we're doing some work on the out-county areas for the 2 remaining townships that we're doing work for. Any questions on the building report? Hearing none, we're going to go to the library report.
Thank you. We met last month. There's not a whole lot going on at the library right now. It is slowly increasing the number of those appearing in person at the library. They are not going to do a book sale until this fall. Online downloads continue to stay high, and so people are utilizing the library, but in a totally different form than they used to before. We will meet again this week, and I'll have a report next month.
Excellent. Senior Center report.
June was a great month for the senior center. Every program that was presented had an increase from the previous month in attendance, so that's been great. As of June 22nd, the senior center and programs are totally maskless. That is a great move. We are preparing for the senior center car show, which is September 18th. They're still taking vendor applications for auto-related vendors. So if anyone knows anybody, have them contact Jerry at the senior center for more info. And just keep spreading the news and encourage the community to get involved. That's all for this month.
Thank you. Fire Authority report.
Well, there's not a whole lot. Tomorrow, Alan Panter will be at our Fire Authority meeting to go over our audit for the Fire Authority. And then on tonight's agenda is the lease agreement, the 5-year lease agreement between Vienna Township and the Clio-Thetford Vienna Township Fire Authority for the station here on Vienna Road. And that's about it.
Thank you. And is anybody else having any problems at all with their?
Yeah.
Okay, we all are. Okay. The BDA Director's Report is in there. The parking lot expansion, by the way, tomorrow, Bridge Park will be closed. They'll be paving and painting the Bridge Park parking lot. No, I've got it here. It finally did. All the light poles have been repaired. If you hadn't noticed in the past, all the expensive light posts that we had along Vienna Road had peeled, and they had been scraped and repainted. And our flyers are out, and we are looking at fountains to replace the fountain that hasn't worked in 3 years. And they've got the Enchanted Fairy Trail coming up in September. Also, Burgers and Fries are open, and a drone service is going to be filming the entire BDA district for their website, which should be interesting. We've looked at that in the past, and we're looking forward to getting that done now. Parks and Recreation.
Nothing to report. We didn't meet this month.
Okay. Sports Complex.
Not a lot to report this month. Wather Farms is donating a scoreboard for the complex. It'll be done in about 3 weeks. Lots of inquiry on the football and soccer program with the new enrollment. We hope this fall will be as good as this spring and summer. And that's about all I have to add. There will be no meeting in August or until August 22nd.
Okay. Supervisor's report. Well, believe it or not, Supervisor doesn't have a lot to report today. We're looking at the rescue plan that the federal government and the state of Michigan are handling for us. We're going to be making our application Wednesday or Thursday of this week. We received $1.3 million, and we're still waiting a little bit of instruction on how to take care of that money, but we've got some pretty good ideas in the works. That's it for the supervisor. We got any additions or changes to the agenda?
None at this time.
Any correspondence?
Yeah, in the packet, there was a letter from Comcast, 2 from the Michigan Public Service Commission, and 1 from the city of Linden.
Okay, we reserve this time for public comment. Do we have any public comment? David, you've got somebody?
Yeah, I'm gonna call
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. David Martin, 48th District State Representative. Sorry, I missed the, I need to make sure I behave myself, so I brought my father along. Guarantees things. Sorry, I had to miss the parade and most of the festival. The budget went till 10 o'clock that night. My wife was able to sit in for me at the Veterans Dinner over in Montrose, but we weren't able to split our time to have a vehicle in the parade also. Speaking of the budget, just the school aid got passed. We're still waiting on the Senate to come back to do a little more things. A lot of it has to do with election reform, trying to make it a little smoother and easier on the clerks after the constitutional changes of the day of things and so forth. For example, one of the original proposals was to have all signatures verified on the day of voting, and if you're in person and you have your driver's license, you won't have to dig through documentation to see what their signature is if you have your ID with you. So, I mean, we're working smarter, not harder. And we have some police reforms coming through that I had a part of the package of. A lot more funding so that you can recruit, pay for officers to go to the academy without them having to lose income, supporting their family during that time. So there's a lot of good benefits, and then continuing education afterwards. Once you get the officers on the road, all the education that's been promised and so forth, that the training that is required, there'll be money in there for that also. So there's a lot of good things coming down the road, and as far as what you get to spend your money on, I am pleased to say there's a lot less strings than I thought there would be, but there are, of course, some strings attached to it.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Any feedback? Thanks.
He behaved himself. Any other public comment at this time? Hearing none. New business. 2021 mid-year budget adjustments.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the 2021 mid-year budget adjustments as presented.
Support.
We have a motion and support on the mid-year budget adjustments. Any discussion?
I have a question.
Question?
Just for clarification, reading through the budget adjustments, I see in the general fund, you're looking for $11,420 increase, right?
In the,
Page 2 of the adjustments. It's the total for the 101. Anyway, the question that I have, just to clarify, is you're going to increase the spending on those particular line items, but what line items are you going to decrease to cover it?
that's the purpose of the budget adjustment. We're not going to. We're going to increase the expenses. In other words, the budget adjustment is solely to add and subtract the items. Yeah.
Additional expenses to your budget.
Correct.
So then you'll no longer,
Our total expenses and decreases, our decreases were $34,235 in our budget, and our increases were $46,695, for a total increase in the entire budget for the budget adjustment of $12,460. So, no, we've done the increase and decreases that we could to the
Okay.
budget adjustment, and so we're going to increase our spending by $12,460.
okay, so when I look at the revenue and expenditures, the expenditures are going to go up by 12,000 next month's report.
Yes.
But the revenues,
Well, when you say next month's report, no, during the course of time, we've already spent that.
but you're going to have, the amended budget is going to show on your revenue and expenditures report next month.
Correct.
Yeah. That's all right. I'll watch
Okay.
for it. Thanks.
Okay. Any other questions? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Cindy,
Yes.
Pam,
Yes.
Cheryl,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item 17, Vienna Township Messaging Service Contract.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the quote from Civic Live to provide messaging services to Vienna Township for a 5-year period at a cost of $5,910 for the first year and $5,460 for years 2 through 5.
I'll second that. Support it.
We have motion and support. Discussion.
When I was reading through the things that differences between TextMyGov and Civic Live proposal, and one of the things that TextMyGov offers is citizens can report issues to any department that has, it has an issue reporting function. Is that available in that Civic Live proposal?
Yes, they can text at any time, and they can reply. The difference of the two currently is, one is unlimited coverage as far as text, landlines, and emails, and the other one does not offer all that service.
Great, thank you.
Any, oops,
Question, Joe.
yes, Nancy.
And it's probably just the way it was worded. In one of the quotes, the 5-year quote, it said 13,000 residents. And my iPad's not working really well right now. And the way it was worded farther down, it just won't change. I can't pull it up. It had, they went from residents to contacts. So I guess my question is, what that's the only thing that I spotted that was wrong. So are they comparing apples to apples?
Yes.
Okay.
And
They
the,
they should have used the same verbiage, and they didn't. That's what I was wondering.
correct.
Okay.
yeah.
Because I think originally when, just to clarify, when we called for those quotes, one of the questions was, how many residents do you have? And so that's probably how it started out.
Yeah.
But
Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
All right. Pam,
Yes.
Cheryl,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Cindy.
Yes.
Motion carried.
I can make a comment after that, correct? Currently, with the problems that we've had in our vicinity, our community, when I say problems, recycling issues, voting locations, signage, inclement weather. I know there's a number of things I can't think of right away, but these are ways of notifying the constituents. And the program that we're looking at will allow us, as people pay their water bills, pay their taxes, come in and register to vote, to come and pick up a recycling bin, anything, we'll then be asking them, we have a questionnaire already made up, to start taking names and building that product to the best of our ability. And we think it's going to be the best thing that, communication has always been lagging in all communities. I mean, it's not just here, it's anywhere. You want to find something out, you got to ask your neighbor. Hopefully this time we can get it done right. Okay, item 17.3, contract for Dynamite Video to provide recording services for planning commission meetings.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the contract for Dynamite Video to provide recording services for the Vienna Township Planning Commission meetings at a cost of $300 per 2-hour meeting and $50 per each half hour over 2 hours.
Support.
We have motion and support. Any discussion? I'd like to add during discussion that currently having a video of exactly what happens in a meeting, we know the importance of it. Planning area especially, because there's a lot of conversations. We want to make sure that even though human error is sometimes available, or we're capable of it, not available. It's something that now we have voice and picture control, and that's what we're looking for. So, any other discussion?
Just to let everybody know, this is the same contract that we have for Vienna Township video recording also.
For our board meeting.
For our board meetings, yeah, this is just a different commission meeting.
Okay. I'll call for the question. Can I have a roll call, please?
Cheryl,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Cindy,
Yes.
Pam.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item 17.4, Clio Thetford Vienna Fire Authority lease agreement for the property located at 3291 West Vienna Road.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the 5-year lease agreement commencing on June 1st, 2021 with the Clio Thetford Vienna Township Fire Authority for the building at 3291 West Vienna Road.
Support?
We have a motion and support. Any discussion? That's the fire hall that Vienna Township owns. Can I have a roll call, please?
Jeff,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Cindy,
Yes.
Pam,
Yes.
Cheryl.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item 17.5, Hart Intercivic Maintenance Agreement.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the Hart Intercivic Maintenance Agreement for Vienna Township election equipment for years 6 through 10 at a cost of $16,776.
Support.
We have a motion and support. Any discussion?
So just to give the board a little information, this is the voting equipment. There's 2 pieces at the back of the room. We have 9 polling place machines and 2 voter assist machines. They were purchased back in 2017, and 5 years of maintenance was included in the purchase. We knew that there was going to be maintenance from years 6 through 10, the last 5 years. And Hart came up with, here, if you pay this maintenance by September 30th for the next 5 years, which it doesn't start until next October, but if you pay it by September 30th, we'll give you a 10% discount, which when you're talking 11 machines, it adds up. So we'd like to take advantage of that. And then that's all taken care of in the machines. Anytime there's a problem, it'll be covered under this maintenance agreement.
Any other discussion?
So for clarification, the motion included that we would go with the advanced payment plan?
Yeah, the amount is the 16,776.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that.
Yep.
With the savings,
Yep. Yeah, in fact, the invoice is attached, so.
page 1,600.
Okay. Need a roll call, please.
Laura,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Cindy,
Yes.
Pam,
Yes.
Cheryl,
Yes,
Jeff.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item 17.6, Resolution 07-12-21-15, Parker Drain District and Project.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt Resolution 07-12-21-15, authorizing the establishment and execution of the Parker Drain Project and to an assessment at large for a percentage of the total amount assessed for the cost of the proposed work.
Support.
We have a motion and support. Any discussion? If I can start with a little discussion for everyone. We've had one or two meetings where we discussed, or at least I gave you a little advance warning that Parker Drain District, which is actually Parker Creek until it becomes a drain district, has been a problem in our area for a little over 50 years. It has 2 miles of coverage. It will affect a great many people, and by authorizing this resolution to establish it, the county then takes over for public hearings, establishes the opportunity for a special assessment district. They answer all questions, they get all right-of-ways, and they take care of all the work that comes along. Any other questions? Hearing none. Need a roll call, please.
Nancy,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Cindy,
Yes.
Pam,
Yes.
Cheryl,
yes,
Jeff,
Yes.
Laura.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item 17-.7, Vienna Charter Township Master Plan Authorization for Public Hearing.
I'd like to make a motion to authorize the draft Vienna Charter Township Master Plan for public hearing by the Planning Commission, and the notices required under the Michigan Planning Enabling Act be sent and published.
support,
We have a motion and support. Any discussion on the master plan resolution?
And the master plan, because I was reading through all of it, how often do they come out with that?
Whenever could you move your mic to in front of you? Yeah, that way we get to.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. It's whenever the planning commission or the board makes notification that it needs to be changed or updated. So it's at the discretion of either one of those organizations. So at this particular time, we had not had a master plan update since 2005, I believe, and it was time.
You know, and not to, but it's actually, there is a time frame that we have to do it. We have to either accept what we have currently at that time, or we have to amend it. And because ours was so old, it was thought best that we just go completely through it and redo it. So, and I want to say, it's either 7 to 10 years, I can't remember which, but we have to do, is it 10? We have to, or the planning commission, or the board, or both, have to either say, okay, we're going to continue with this master plan, or they have to redo it, go through it and change it.
Okay.
And they
So-
redid the entire master plan.
Okay, because when I was reading through everything referenced 2010. We've been past 2020, but I know pandemic, they're probably way behind in their census calculations.
they were.
And I didn't know if it was something that needed to be done now, or 2020 census might be available in 6 months, and maybe it might be better to wait for 6 months
It was
rather than
actually
be 10 years
passed.
behind?
When we brought it, it was actually past due.
Okay,
We should have done
so it has to be done now. And then, like, in 2 or 5 years or less or whatever, we can redo it again then with the 2020 census?
If you're only looking for the census, it doesn't have an impact on the master plan,
Okay,
except for development of roads and highways. And our area has been fully developed. I mean, there isn't anything else we could possibly do. The census gives us the opportunity in other areas to collect more revenue or lose revenue.
Right,
But in this particular case, it doesn't have an impact on the master plan.
okay. Because when I was reading everything, like the first half of it, calculating, it's kind of, or I guess it doesn't have to, the master plan is more of what our county's going to do, not as really in retrospective. We have X amount of population and it's X amount of people and
Yeah,
all of that.
it doesn't impact Genesee County whatsoever. Now, one of the issues that we're doing with the master plan, this gives the opportunity for a public hearing, and at the public hearing, there can be adjustments to it.
Okay,
I mean, if it's something you feel strongly about, show up at the master plan public hearing and mention it, or we can mention it. Dennis might make a note of it. He's had great contact with Caitlin that's doing it. Row Engineering has been, I think, 3 years in the making of this because, as you said, the pandemic put us a little bit behind, so.
great, thank you.
Any other comments on the master plan?
The public hearing will be held by the Planning Commission.
Right.
Will we have the video in place by then?
Clerk answered correctly.
And that's on the record, right?
Nope, it is. We've already checked with
All right.
Dynamite Video, and they are available. So
And that's why they changed the date of one of the public hearings. Okay. Need a roll call, please.
Joe,
Yes.
Cindy,
yes.
Pam,
Yes.
Cheryl,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes,
Nancy.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Great. Okay. Item 17.9, Genesee County 2021 Senior, did I miss something?
Gotta do 8.
Oh, yeah, they look so much alike.
Should have wrote the motions.
Yeah. Item 17.8, and thank you, Treasurer and Clerk. Resolution 07-12-2116, Vienna Charter Township Master Plan.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt Resolution 07-12-21-16, the Vienna Charter Township Master Plan, giving the right of final approval on the Vienna Charter Township Master Plan to the Township Board.
Support.
Any discussion? Can I get a roll call, please?
Cindy,
Yes.
Pam,
Yes.
Laura,
yes,
Jeff,
Yes.
Cheryl,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item 17.10, Michigan Township, sorry, I just couldn't stop myself. Item 17.9, Genesee County 2021 Senior Project, Fresh Memorandum of Agreement.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the 2021 Senior Project Fresh Memorandum of Agreement.
Support.
I have a motion and support. Any discussion? This gives the senior center the right to give out coupons. At the present time, because we didn't get this till a little later than I expected, they've been utilizing Thetford Township and Flushing and Mount Rose, which you can do that. You can go from either township, so they've had their good direction. So, any other comments or discussion? Hearing none, I need a roll call, please.
Pam,
Yes.
Laura,
yes,
Jeff,
Yes.
Cheryl,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Cindy.
Yes.
Motion carried.
You can try 10 now.
Now I can do 10?
Now you can do 10.
Item 10, Michigan Township Association Principles of Government.
I'd like to make a motion that the Township Board reaffirm to and practice the Michigan Township Association's principles of governance.
Support.
Any discussion?
No,
No? Okay.
no, I believe so.
No discussion? I need a roll call, please.
Laura,
yes,
Jeff,
Yes.
Cheryl,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Cindy,
Yes.
Pam.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Am I on 11 now?
You are on 11, sir.
Item 17.11, set truth and taxation public hearing for Monday, August 9th, 2021 at 5:30.
I'd like to make a motion to set the Truth and Taxation public hearing for Monday, August 9th, 2021 at 5:30 PM.
Support.
We have a motion to support. Any discussion on setting the public hearing? Hearing none. Need a roll call, please.
Jeff,
Yes.
Cheryl,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Cindy,
Yes.
Pam,
Yes.
Laura.
Yes.
Motion carried.
We reserve this time for public comment. Do we have any other public comment that people would like to make? If not, we're going to go to board comment. Nancy,
No, I'm good.
Laura,
I'm good.
Pam.
I just want to mention that summer taxes went out the beginning of this month, and we have begun to see those roll back in with people coming in, mailing them in, dropping them in the drop box. And it has been quite different from our last tax season where everyone could only do the drop box or mail. And it's been a very pleasant experience to see faces coming in and people coming in and getting their questions answered right away. So it's been a good thing.
Thank you. Cheryl?
Nothing.
Jeffrey?
No concerns.
Cindy?
Just one thing, if the members of the board could stick around and see Dennis right after the meeting, the principles of government that we just approved, there's a place for each of you to sign it. If you could do that, then we'll get it in the frame and cover up the last one that we did, so get the new folks on there, so if you could do that, that'd be great.
Lastly, my comment is I'm very, very proud of this board. It is now 6:01. We had a big agenda. You came prepared. Thank you. God bless. Meeting adjourned.
Hey guys, how are you today?
Good.
I'm here to talk about how with technology you can make amazing worlds. Come with me. My team and I bring the Halo world to life.
Is that you?
That is me. I wasn't a math genius and I knew nothing about coding. But you guys do. You guys have the power to change things.
I want your job.
I want you to have my job.
Because of you, I felt hopeless.
I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me.
Because of you, I felt wanted and not alone in this world.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included and I knew that I was going to be okay.